Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news now. Fans, buckle up because what we're hearing right now is nothing short of explosive. Rumors are swirling around the league, and they point to something that could redefine the Giants' offense and, frankly, their entire future. According to multiple sources close to the league, the Giants are finalizing a trade that could shake up the NFC East, a trade that involves none other than T. Higgins, the explosive wide receiver from the Cincinnati Bengals. Yes, you heard that right. Higgins, a player who's been making waves with his contested catch ability and vertical mismatch potential, could be donning the Giants' blue very soon. And the deal? It's reportedly a second-round pick in 2026. Now, I know this might sound like just another rumor, but the buzz is real, and this could be one of the most impactful moves of the season if it comes to fruition. The trade deadline is coming up on November 4th, and with the Bengals sitting at 4-4, they're in a tricky spot. They have some cap space, around $9.5 million, and they've been trying to manage their roster to make a playoff push. But the reality is, Cincinnati is in a bit of a rebuild mode, especially on offense where they're trying to extend Joe Burrow's contract, which recently got a huge $275 million deal. That kind of financial commitment puts pressure on the Bengals to make strategic moves, and trading Higgins could be one of those moves. The Bengals are also looking to address some issues on their defense, which has been allowing around 24 points per game, and their cap space isn't enough to do everything they want. So, dealing Higgins, a player who's been a key deep threat and a mismatch in the vertical game, might be a calculated move to free up some cap and focus on rebuilding their secondary and offensive line. Now, on the other side, the Giants are sitting at 2-6, struggling in a tough NFC East. They've lost some key depth at wide receiver, especially after injuries like Hyatt's concussion in Week 7, which has left them with fewer options in the passing game. Their rookie quarterback, Darnell Dart, has been showing flashes, but he needs weapons, and Higgins could be that game-changing piece. Higgins, at just 26 years old, is a contested catch king, reminiscent of some of the best in the league when they're at their peak. His ability to make those tough catches in traffic and stretch the field vertically would bring a new dimension to Brian Daboll's offense, which has been a bit stagnant lately, averaging only 18 points per game. Imagine the possibilities with a player like Higgins stretching the field, creating mismatches, and opening up space for Saquon Barkley and the running game. Let's talk about Higgins' production. In 2025, he's played 8 games, racking up 48 receptions for 682 yards and 5 touchdowns. That's an average of about 2 yards per catch, which is elite for a wide receiver. His catch rate is 68.4%, and he's averaging over 85 yards per game. His numbers are impressive, especially considering the Bengals' offense has been somewhat inconsistent this year. Higgins is known for his ability to win contested catches, with a contested catch rate of around 62%, and he's been dealing with a minor shoulder injury in Week 4, but that didn't slow him down much. His career stats speak volumes, over 200 yards receiving and 28 touchdowns, and he's been a favorite target in crucial situations, especially on fades and deep routes. Comparing Higgins to other recent trades, like the Metcalf deal last year, shows just how much he can boost a team's aerial attack. That trade helped Seattle add over 200 yards per game through the air, and Higgins' max of 112 yards in Week 5 humiliated secondary defenders. His deep targets are highly successful, with a 71.5% success rate versus press coverage, and he's been targeted at least 10 times on deep routes, making him a true vertical threat. His YAC yards after catch average of 5.7 yards shows he's not just a deep threat but also a playmaker after the catch, which is exactly what the Giants need to diversify their offense. Now, let's consider the Bengals' perspective. They're a bit skeptical about parting ways with Higgins, especially since their defense has been leaky, allowing about 24 points per game, and their offensive line has been a concern with a PFF grade of 72.1. They're thinking about a partial rebuild, focusing on extending key players like Burrow and trying to build more youth on defense. A trade for Higgins, while giving up a valuable asset, could help them focus on that rebuild. But it also means sacrificing some of their explosive big play capability deep down the field. They'd lose around 16% of EPA per target on deep routes, which is a significant hit, but perhaps necessary in their current cap situation. And for the Giants, this move could be transformative. Higgins would immediately elevate their passing game, giving Dart a true #1 receiver who can make those contested catches and stretch defenses vertically. With Higgins, the Giants project to reach over 100 yards this season, increasing their EPA on deep passes by about 24%. His YAC total could jump by around 280 yards, and they could see about 28 more first downs just from his presence alone. Pairing Higgins with Neighbors, who's already been impressive with a PFF grade of 92, creates a lethal duo that can force defenses to stack the box or double team, opening even more opportunities for Barkley and the rest of the offense. This move isn't just about adding a player, it's about transforming the Giants' offensive identity. Higgins, as a true vertical threat, would give Dart the confidence to throw more downfield, and the entire offense would become more explosive. We're talking about a team that's currently averaging only 18 points per game, but with Higgins, that number could easily jump to over 22 or 23. His ability to win contested catches and create space after the catch means more yards per play, more first downs, and a more dynamic, dangerous offense. It's a move that could push the Giants from a team fighting for a wild card spot to a legitimate playoff contender, especially with a schedule that becomes more favorable in the second half of the season. Looking at the big picture, if this trade goes through, it could have ripple effects across the NFC East. The odds of the Giants making the Super Bowl could jump significantly, from around +15-0 to +6-0, especially with Higgins as an X factor. The NFC East is already one of the most competitive divisions in football, and adding a player like Higgins could give the Giants a huge advantage in matchups against the Eagles, Cowboys, and Commanders. His presence would force defenses to adjust, creating mismatches and opening up opportunities for Dart to exploit those gaps. It's the kind of move that reminds fans of past trades that reshaped divisions, like the Adams trade for the Seahawks, which changed the landscape of the AFC West. And let's not forget the playoff implications. If Higgins joins the Giants, their chances of winning key games increase dramatically. Their win probability against division rivals and in the postseason could improve by 16%, and that's not an exaggeration. This could be the piece that pushes the Giants back into the playoffs and helps them compete at the highest level. The NFC East could see a real power shift, with the Giants suddenly looking like serious contenders, especially if Dart continues to develop and Higgins elevates their aerial attack. It's a move that could redefine the franchise's trajectory, bringing back the excitement and hope that has been missing for a few seasons now. As we analyze this potential trade, it's clear that both teams are weighing their options carefully. The Bengals see the value in rebuilding and focusing on Joe Burrow's future, especially with the cap constraints and the need to address other positional needs. The Giants, on the other hand, see an immediate opportunity to elevate their offense with a proven, explosive receiver. They're eager to add that missing piece to help their young quarterback and make a real push for the playoffs. If this happens, it could be one of the most talked about moves of the season, and for Giants fans, it's a sign that the future is bright. The team is willing to make bold moves, and this trade could be the catalyst for a new era of success in the Big Apple. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest New York Giants news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick, and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So what do you think, Giants fans? Are you excited about the possibility of Higgins wearing the blue and red? Do you believe this move could be the spark that ignites a deep playoff run? Or do you think the Giants should hold on to their picks and focus on developing their current roster? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because your opinion matters so much to us and to the team. I want to hear what you think about this potential blockbuster trade. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, more analysis, and all the latest news on the New York Giants. Stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep supporting our team through thick and thin. The future looks bright, and with moves like these, we might be closer than ever to bringing another Super Bowl trophy back to the Big Apple. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.